Have you noticed that our country is on a fitness kick? Everywhere you turn, people are obsessed with health and exercise. Now, not all of us are marathon runners or world-class athletes, but that's okay, because the Huawei Fit is the first fitness tracker for everybody. Its sleek and stylish design pairs well with every outfit, so no matter what your workout looks like, the Huawei Fit was made for you. It can design custom exercise plans with different modes for running, cycling, swimming, and other sports. It counts your steps, and it automatically monitors your heart rate and tracks your sleep. Visit Huawei.fit/spont now to purchase your Huawei Fit and find new ways to improvise during your training sessions. Again, that's HUAWEI.FIT/SPONT. Welcome, friends. Welcome, lovers. That's right. I welcome both. Sometimes they're the same thing. Sometimes they should be. Sometimes a lover should be a friend. Sometimes a friend should be a lover. Sometimes don't get friendly with lovers. Keep them at arm's length, even during the love part. It can be very sensual. Oh, it'll drive you crazy. You can't touch each other except for at arm's length, leaving room for the Holy Spirit. Oh, guys, this is getting me turned on. I am so sexually aroused by the idea of holy ghosts. You have no idea. Guys, isn't that weird? Holy ghost. When I was a kid, they changed it over to Holy Spirit because that sounded more spiritual, I guess. And I was shocked when I discovered that people routinely said Holy Ghost. I think somebody realized that makes this sound made up if we say Holy Ghost. Let's change it, make it more mysterious. But ghost implies unfinished business. So who was the Holy Ghost before? What is the business that it has, that it needs to accomplish before it can stop haunting the earth? And also, what? We'll never know. These are the mysteries of the universe, guys. You know what's another one? The Loch Ness Monster. I'm trying to think of anything that was on In Search Of with Leonard Nimoy. Rest in peace. What if he was a ghost and his unfinished business was to host more seasons of In Search Of? Would that be so bad? But when he hosted it, he was just screaming, just like shrieking. Not even words, just pointing at the camera, yelling. Also, I don't think he was ever on camera. I think he just did voiceover for that show. Guys, a lot of holes in my theory. Don't think I'm going to be able to start that Leonard Nimoy religion just yet. Folks, welcome to Spontaneanation with Paul F. Tompkins. I am the second part. This is a show where I invite a special guest onto the program to have a free-form conversation with me, inspired by a question from our previous episode's guest. And it is all... Oh, no. Then I invite some improviser pals onto the program, and we do a narrative improv that is a one continuous story as opposed to unconnected scenes, inspired by, perhaps, some details from the conversation with a special guest. Usually, not always, most of the time. And it is all scored on piano. Guys, words are hard. There's so many words, and also, you're supposed to say them the same way every time? Come on, there's got to be a better system. It is all scored on piano by Mr. Eban Schletter. That's what he sounds like. Ladies and gentlemen, what a pleasure it is to welcome back this guest to the show. We have not seen him in a little bit, and we're thrilled to have him once again. Please welcome the hilarious Ron Funches. Ron, hello.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you for being here.
It's a pleasure.
I know you're a busy man. You got things to do.
I do, but this is fun. A lot of things I have to do aren't fun, and this is fun.
That's true, right?
So I get to be by you and your piles of candles that I like. That aren't real, but they went the extra effort to make them look like they melted a little bit.
They really did, right?
I like that.
Ron, it's so nice to have you in our candle pile. And I have a question for you from our previous episode's guest. Mm-hmm. Are you curious as to the identity of our previous
I'm not.
I had to ask. I wanted to see. Consistency. Ron, the question is, where was the first slice of pizza you bought as a youngster?
I like that. Man, that assumes a lot. 'Cause I grew up in
a lot, right?
the South Side of Chicago, where I wasn't given money freely.
That's right.
Usually, it was like $5 at most, and I would spend that on like comic books or video games, or not video games because those are way more expensive. Comic books and candy. I would spend $2.50 on a comic book and $2.50 on candy. So when they raised the comic book price to $3, I was pissed off.
Because you had a system.
Yeah, it really changed up my candy options.
What did you do then? You had to buy that comic book.
Yeah, I had to get the comic book, and I just would change my candy levels. I went from being like a high quality Hershey to more of a mid-range bar.
Oh, I see. So it was not the amount of candy. No. It was the quality. It was the quality. Mm-hmm. So what was the step down from a Hershey bar?
It's like an Abba Zaba.
So disappointing.
Yeah, because I mean, once in a blue moon, you get a good Abba Zaba that's soft and it comes through. It's like it's been like hot off the line, and it's pretty good. But usually, it's just a brick with peanut butter in the middle of it.
There is that thing when you're a kid that you settle for a thing because it is still technically candy.
Yes.
And it's like, well, I gotta eat candy.
Yeah.
And I'm not enjoying this, but I will still eat it because it's technically a treat.
Yeah, I mean, there's tears. I mean, we all know that's as Christmas is approaching.
That's right. Always remember this Christmas, there's tears. What were the comic books that you were buying as a kid?
A lot of X-Men comic books, mostly. Anything Marvel. At the time, I was also like 12 and 11, so anything that had like large boobs could really get me into it. So a lady named Lady Death I was really into. She had really big boobs, as well as Gen X. They had really big boobs in all of their people, and then the guys had really big crotch bulges.
Sure.
So it was just really like, what more could you ask for?
Lady Death, what was her thing?
She was dead and a lady.
What did she? And it was just her life. Like
she's just 11. I think she ran parts of the underworld and had to deal with people who didn't want to follow the rules and things like that.
So she would go out and she would like claim their souls or something?
Yeah, she'd claim souls. She'd like have to get back out in the real world and murder people and get them back to where they need to be. She'd do a lot of different things, and she'd fight people who had like blood for hands, which was
blood for hands.
Mm-hmm.
but shaped like a hand.
Shaped like a hand, but then also blood coming out of the hand. So it was like a lot.
Did you find was this disturbing when you were a kid, or was
I just thought
cool?
It was really cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool at the time, reading my Wizards magazine.
When did you first have your own money?
Let's see. I had an allowance, probably like 11 or 12, but again, it was like that $5. Mm-hmm. I didn't have like my own like actual pizza money probably until I was like 17 or 18. I was working at a cannery. I worked at a
cannery?
Mm-hmm.
This is where they put things in cans.
Yes. How did you know?
Well, I did deductive reasoning. Was it? I don't know what goes on at a cannery other than that. Is it things from all over that are getting put in cans?
There's more. Like there's a lot of levels to the cannery.
Don't you laugh? How dare you? He just said there's a lot of levels to the cannery game.
Yeah, it's totally fine. Your question was totally warranted.
Like the belt that just brings in broccoli, or I mean, it changes up day by day. Mm-hmm. But then you grab the things and you're like supposed to avoid the rocks and the twigs and then shove broccoli down the chute. And then if you like miss the day, then they put you outside. And then your job was to take out, this is because they just farm it by plowing it through. So it's just like broccoli and all these other things, but then also like rodents and like snakes and things like that. And you're supposed to get rid of the rodents and snakes if you're outside. What? But I was like, I'm not touching that, so I just let a lot go through.
Now, this was a punishment of
Yeah.
sorts? Okay.
So I don't know. I don't get their system.
It's,
If a guy wasn't already trustworthy.
this sounds Dickensian to me. So the idea is, hey, you fucked up. You have to go outside and weed out the snakes and the rats. And then you were like, I will go outside, but I will tell you the second part is not happening.
Yeah, exactly.
So would you pick out some snakes and rats?
Yeah, if they didn't seem like too gross, yeah, I would pull them out because then I'm like, I want to do part of my job at least because I'm there. I might as well do some of it. But like if it was like a head or something, I was like, I'm not touching that. I'll let that get to the second level and hopefully nothing happens.
Wow.
So these are dead snakes.
Oh, hello.
Right?
Yeah.
Hi, sorry. I had that.
Oh,
question.
you have some
I gotta
questions.
come. Guys. Is there any world where that was not my next question? So, of course, I want to know.
Yeah.
Did you ever come across a living creature while you were doing this?
No, because that was like, I mean, pretty much the first day they had me do that was the last day. I was like, I'm not coming. I'm not doing this again. So like the next day there was a particularly engaging episode of wrestling on, and I was talked to my friend who was also working there, and I was like, you want to just quit and watch wrestling? And he was like, that sounds like a good plan. Yeah. So we did that.
That is a magical thing when you make that decision to say, I'm quitting. I'm just not going back there again. And is that like, was there any formal, like, I resign, or was it just you didn't show up?
Just didn't show up.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean, because this was a real, like, you know, there was no educational requirements or anything type of job. I remember my friend one time, we would smoke weed at lunch, and then he just got too high, so he just fell asleep in his car, and then that's how he spent the rest of his shift until someone went and found him.
Because he was there earlier in the day. Like, hey, we better check on this guy. I know I saw him.
Yeah.
So really the only requirement for this job is, can you tell the difference between broccoli and other things?
Pretty much.
And
That's
so
it.
Inside it's a conveyor belt where you're physically picking things out.
Yeah, and they're
right?
like, don't get too close to the blades because they will cut your fingers off. And so you gotta really avoid that, especially if you're really stoned. And then there's a place where you just kind of, they're all baxed up, and you have a big old thing of plastic wrap, and you have to wrap it all up. And that's probably the best job because that's real fun.
That's once it's cans on a pallet, right? And then you wrap it up.
Yeah.
I've done that. I worked a couple days in a in a warehouse because this guy that I knew who was another comic in this weird building that I lived in that was all comedians. This is when I first moved to Los Angeles. And this guy said, hey, if you need extra work, we're doing inventory at this factory. And he was kind of not factory, warehouse. And he was kind of, the second time this has come up on this show, the difference between a factory and a warehouse. Very important to know the difference. And so this dude was...
If a factory produces items and a warehouse holds
That's
items.
exactly right. It houses wares. Yes. So me and my other friend took this guy up on his offer. And so we spent like a few weeks doing inventory at this warehouse. And the second funnest part was wrapping in plastic. Funnest part was riding the pallet jack. Around the warehouse
absolutely.
floor.
That is real fun. I should have said that too.
It's like a gigantic scooter.
That was the only thing. That was like if you wanted to move up, you had to take the forklift exam and you could drive the forklift around.
Did you do that?
No, but I would ride on it while other people drove it. And that was fun.
The forklift looks like fun.
Yeah.
I bet that would be fun.
It does. I mean, from way back, I remember having a Dreamcast, which is actually one of the first things I purchased with money of my own, was a Sega Dreamcast, and playing the game Shenmue. And most of the things you did was drive around with a forklift, just picking stuff up.
Video game. What an escape. What did anyone, when you decided not to go back to the cannery job, did anyone follow up on you? Was there any call?
No. Mostly everybody was just like, okay, I get it. This is a part of your journey. And hopefully we were glad that you didn't want to stick around. Nobody should. If you want to get tenure here, then there's probably an issue with your life.
So you guys were far from the first people that had just not showed up to the
not
cannery
at all.
job.
They were. I mean, they were constantly hiring. That was just their thing. point.
There's always work in the cannery.
Yeah, yeah.
What was your next job after that?
My next job after that is I worked at Chuck E. Cheese for about 3 weeks in the back making pizzas and stuff. But then they fired me because I said I was too quiet, which I take as being like they thought I was creepy and didn't know if I would harm other people.
They thought you were a ticking time bomb.
Yeah, I think so.
Too quiet. Did you say, hey, there's plenty of noise in here enough as it is?
Yeah, I mean, and also I was just horrible at making pizzas. Like, I was really bad at it. They never looked proper.
Wait a minute. So you were not, it's not even like you were front of house.
No, that's my point. That's why I feel like it was like, we just don't like this guy.
Absolutely. You don't have to be loud to make pizza.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, you do probably have to make pizzas properly, and I didn't do that.
Well, they should have just stuck to that.
Yeah, I would have been like, oh, I get it.
Yeah, they did not need to add that part. What was the last job you had before you were doing comedy full time?
Before comedy full time, the last job I had was a Lady Liberty tax sign dancer. One of those people out front.
I think I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's a common knowledge.
And that job, you could definitely be quiet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was really that was one of the things where I was like, I want to be really good at stand up, and I was like, if I can go out here and be embarrassed, and it's like a lot of I was in my hometown, high school. Friends would see me. My ex-wife, current wife at the time, her mom would drive by and see me. And so I was like, oh, if I can go out here and dance and have fun and make this my thing without being embarrassed. And when I go on stage, I should be able to be fearless and just do what I want to do. So that was kind of how I tricked myself into not hating that job.
It's a good trick.
Yeah, it's not bad.
How often do you... Are there times where you think back to that job? If you're on stage, let's say, I can't imagine at this point that you're having many bad sets.
No, that happens.
I'm saying it's no one's immune to it. No matter how long you've been doing it, that you might get a tight crowd. People are not in a mood like as a group. Which the psychology of that is always fascinating. That this group has decided, no, we are not.
Yeah,
we're not on the same page.
And
as
I'm
you.
sure with you, it's like if you come in fully uninformed.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
Oh no! I was like, well, yeah, I get it. That's why there's Google.
Right.
You should look it up. It's not a one size fit all type of deal.
So do you ever think about that job when you're having a tough time on stage?
Sometimes. I mean, I think about that job. I think about when I worked at a bank call center for a while. That was probably the one I hated the most. So I usually think of that job. Of all the jobs that I've had, I did telemarketing for 6 months. Mm-hmm. Absolutely the worst job I ever had. Yeah. It was on both sides of it. I was on the selling side of that. I did that. I did some vacation packages for a while, but that was for like a week, and that was horrible because they would if you guys weren't selling packages, which is horrible because you were trying to sell packages to Sonoma, Arizona, and you were cold calling people in Phoenix. And so they would be like, no, I'll just drive and come back. And I was like, that does make a lot of sense. I'm not going to fight you on that. That's just logically sound. And so then they would, if we weren't making sales, they would just start pumping Ice Ice Baby through the loudspeakers and make you stand up and just play it on repeat. I'm pretty sure that's like war criminal stuff. That's absolutely like Abu Ghraib. That's insane. So everyone had to stand up and they would play Ice Ice Baby until what? Like when did they know it was time to stop? Until they felt that you guys had made enough sales that hour, basically. Can the people you're calling hear Ice Ice Baby in the background? I think so. Probably. So it probably makes it worse. For sure. I would, if someone's calling me up trying to sell me something and then loudly in the background, Ice Ice Baby is playing, I think I would probably hang up. Yeah. Are you sympathetic now or empathetic, I should say, to
to telemarketers when they call you?
Yeah, a little bit. I definitely am very polite. I'm still stern in the fact that I'm like, hey, I'm not going to buy this.
Tough but fair.
I'm just like, hey, I've done this job too. I hope you have a great day.
Yeah.
If someone wants to do a survey, I'm going to give you all 5s because I know that's how you get your bonus.
That's
but
right.
other than that, we're done.
Ron Funches, where can people find you online should they wish to find you?
Ooh, if you do wish to seek me out.
And should you wish to be found?
And I do. I'm lost. Please find me. On Twitter, @Ron Funches, at Instagram, @Ron Funch. And I think that's it. Those are the places. My website, ronfunches.com. Go to those places. Also, I'm like on television a few times. And just keep your TV on.
Keep your TV on at all times and look for Ron. You'll find him. No matter what occurs, stay alive. We are going to take a break. When we return, you will meet our improvisers. Get ready to embrace your new life. This episode of Spontaneanation with Paul F. Tompkins is brought to you by Lisa, our old friends. They're still at it, gang. They're still doing it. What are they doing? They're doing away with the awkward mattress showroom experience that we have all suffered through, all of us. Every man, woman, and child on earth. Oh, it's bad enough when you go to a mattress showroom and you lie down on the mattress and it's embarrassing. But when they make children do it, kids shouldn't have to buy their own beds. What have we come to? They have created a luxury mattress that is ordered completely online and it's shipped for free to your doorstep, compressed in a box the size of a mini fridge. The 10-inch mattress comes in all sizes and it is crafted with 3 unique foam layers, including 2 inches of memory foam and 2 inches of a really cool latex-like foam called a Vina. A Vina that's perforated to keep you as cool as to other side of the pillow. And the Lisa mattress is 100% made in the USA, and it ships for free to anywhere in the aforementioned USA and the newly mentioned Canada. Lisa gives you 100 nights to try your mattress risk-free, and for every 10 they sell, they donate a mattress to a shelter. Lisa, thank you for doing that. Go to leesa.com/PFT and enter promo code PFT at checkout to get $75 off a mattress from Lisa. We get it. Holiday shopping can be tough, but thanks to Movement Watches, all that gift-giving anxiety can disappear with the press of a button. These watches make the perfect purchase for just about anyone in your life. And remember, they start at only $95. Don't forget that. You've heard me talk about Movement Watches, and I'm sure you got yourself one. Now let's finish your holiday shopping and get a Movement Watch for someone on your list. The list is life. The holiday shopping season is here, and with Movement, you can skip the crowds and standing in crazy lines at the mall and find a gift they'll love at prices that beat the department stores. If I had my way, beat them to death. Movement Watches start at just $95. At a department store, you're normally looking at spending $400 to $500. No, thank you. I'd rather beat the department store to death. Movement figured out that by selling online, they were able to cut out the middleman and retail markup, providing the best possible price. You get classic design, quality construction, and styled minimalism. Tasteful. Over 500,000 watches have been sold in over 160 countries by just this company. That's not a statistic for watches in general. So now it's impressive. Get 15% off today with free shipping and free returns by going to mvmtwatches.com/PFT. This watch has a really clean design, and the one they sent me, I get compliments on it all the time. Now is the time to step up your watch game. I've done what I had to do. Go to mvmtwatches.com/PFT and join the MVMT movement. Welcome back to Spontaneanation, the best place in the world. Guys, it is time to meet our friends from the world of make pretends. Sitting right next to me. You just heard her on the last.
Ready to go?
She's ready to go. Fired up, ready to go. You just heard her on last week's episode, and now it's this week, and you're hearing her on this week's episode. Her name goes Jean Villepique.
Hello! Still the same name.
Jean, how have you been since the last time I saw you?
Gosh, I just had a little coffee, to be honest.
Did you really?
Yeah, I'm caffeinated.
Are you feeling it?
I am. And there was no real cream. There's only almond stuff or fake vanilla room temp stuff. So it's black coffee. And
Fake
it's intense.
vanilla room temp stuff.
I don't need any creamer that's room temperature.
Do you ever do cremora?
Nope,
The
not
powdered
only
creamer?
cream. I'll do heavy whipping cream or half and half, but no powder. What's
Pardon
in
me.
that?
My dad used to do cremora. He used to have it used to be in these big. Have you ever seen it?
Like offices had them, and you spoon it out like the cremation.
Used to be like in a cremation. There was cremains. People would spoon people's burnt up bodies into their coffee. There was no Ron Funches there to be the gatekeeper. I never tried cremora though. I drink black coffee.
Okay.
Because I like the taste of coffee. And I think it's also because when I was a kid, my dad used to drink. He used to have cream and sugar and stuff, and I didn't. That's what I associate that taste with when I was a child. And then when I was an adult, trying black coffee for the first time, I felt very sophisticated, and I was like, "This is the way to go."
Well, I used to drink black coffee because my dad did too, and I was like, I'm going to live in New York, and I drink black coffee. And then I just, like a year ago, I was like, oh, this is just a little easier. It tastes a little more like ice cream. So I have half and half. I like it.
The problem is, if you drink black coffee, when it's good coffee, you're getting the full coffee flavor, but a bad cup of coffee is very bad.
That's true.
Yeah.
The truth comes out.
The T comes O. Jean, I'm looking away from you and across the aisle in friendship and bipartisanship. Jordan Black is here.
Hello, sir.
Jordan, welcome back to the show.
It's so great to be back. I hate to be the one to tell you and Gene this, but we don't call it black coffee anymore. It's African American coffee. So
I do apologize.
So yeah, I know you guys didn't know, so I won't make a big deal about it. But hopefully
in these sensitive times.
in these very sensitive times.
Are you a coffee drinker, Jordan?
I am not, but I do like the soy chai latte at Starbucks. That's the only thing coffee is. Does that count as coffee?
I guess so.
Yeah, right?
There's coffee in there.
It's
Yeah.
tea.
So is
It's
it
chai.
tea?
It's
Is it
chai
tea?
Oh, it's tea, so it's not even
chai
coffee. So
There
no.
you go.
But it's caffeine. It's caffeine.
But it's caffeine for
Yeah.
sure. Yes. That's
Unless
what
you
I'm
get a
doing.
dirty chai and then there's shot in it.
Ew.
Yeah, and I tried that once and it was disgusting. Yeah, it is. So yeah, I don't like coffee. Then there you
Do you
go.
drink soda pops?
I don't know. I used to. I mean, growing up, I drank soda,
Sure.
but I gave it up. But I don't drink coffee because I remember as a kid watching my mother try to quit coffee, and like the headaches she would get and all.
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And I was like, well, if I never start, I never have to quit. So
Yeah.
I never started with coffee.
That's very shrewd.
So when I want a caffeine fix, I will then maybe drink a Coke if I'm really desperate, like
Sure.
if I'm working or something, and I just have to wake up, or if it's if someone's gonna go on a Starbucks run, I'll order my favorite, which you all know what that is.
It's a
Dirty,
chai latte.
dirty.
Yeah, exactly.
Not the dirty.
No,
not the dirty.
Nope.
So you don't drink caffeine every day necessarily?
Not at all. No, I try to not have it. I try to get 8 hours. I generally get 7 though, but I try to get 8 hours, and then you don't really need coffee, I find.
Jordan, you've given me a lot to think about.
I don't have kids though, so so I can sleep as long as I want most days.
That's true. Jordan, I'm going to look away from you and look right next to you at this gentleman. We haven't seen him on the show in quite a while.
But it's delightful to be back.
It's a treat to have him, Jeremy Carter.
Oh, thank you.
Jeremy, how are you?
I am fabulous.
Oh.
And I mean that in the most sequined, glittery way you can imagine.
Are you, in fact, fabulous?
I'm fabulous.
The entertainer?
I wish. Sadly, no.
Jeremy, do you drink coffee?
I don't drink coffee. I tried for a tetch in college.
Just a touch.
Just a touch, and then I went, oh, this is good for one thing, which I won't mention. But
I think I know what you mean.
the other thing is that it has an opposite effect on me usually. Coffee
It makes you go sleepy sleeps.
makes me sleepy. It's very
Really?
strange.
That
Yeah.
is very strange.
Or it has a super delayed reaction. And at first I thought
An
I was
SDR.
just, yes, one of the best presidents running for a sixth term.
That's right.
Fifth. So he, anyway, who? It makes me tired. And then I was talking to somebody and I said, I think I'm just really unhealthy or weird. It makes me tired. And 2 of the 4 people I was sitting with went, "Me too." And I went, "Oh, thank God. Validation. I'm not completely insane."
True. Although you did say, you started to say it made you very unhappy.
It also does.
Jeremy, worst job you ever had? Go.
The worst job I ever had was probably when I broke my toe loading trucks for United Parcel Service.
Oh, no.
That was 3 weeks.
Go.
And then falling off a roof when I was a roofer. That was 3 weeks as well.
How drunk were you at the time?
I was drunk that night enough to go, I'm never going back.
There you go.
Yay.
Jordan, worst job?
Oh, I worked for one day in a middle school cafeteria.
Oh.
Yeah. And it wasn't the work so much as this is my life. So I only did it for the one day.
Right.
And I never went back.
Were you fired for being too quiet?
No, it's a hard job to get, believe it or not, and you have to go through all this rigmarole. So I went through a lot of rigmarole,
Right.
Then worked there, and then was like, I had a friend actually told me, like, you can't do that. You have to get another job. And I ended up working as someone's assistant. Like, I needed something in the industry. Like, I
Right.
can't just be this. And it was, I'm sorry to make this so long. It was just a thing where when you first start a job like that, they just call you in like a substitute teacher.
Right.
So someone can't come in. So you come in and then you work your way up. So I just did it the one day, and then I never ever called again or did anything
Right.
to try to get called back.
So that's a very easy out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Absolutely.
easy.
And so what was so horrible about it beyond everything?
It was the fact that, like, really, I moved to LA to be an actor so I could work at a middle
Right,
school cafeteria. I'd rather would have worked in just a regular restaurant if I'm gonna do that.
What did you have to, did you cook food there?
No, I think all I did, honestly, I blocked a lot of it out. I don't really remember, but I'm thinking I probably either served or I cleaned something. It's
Right.
going to be my guess. Because I definitely was not cooking.
Right. You weren't making them tots?
No.
Gene.
Worst job was delivering. I drove a catering delivery truck in Chicago, like on Lower Wacker, right out of college, and it was very stressful. And I think they were like, "Will you do this?" And I was like, "Okay." And they were like, "Haha." So I was like, "Ugh," like just driving in very weird, crazy traffic, and then like delivering to these. Yeah, it was.
And you were just driving the van?
Then I would like bring them up to the ad agency and pull the plastic off and be like, "Here's your fruit salad and mini croissant sandwiches. Get back in the truck and drive." You know.
So you were going to multiple places a day, dropping off
Yes.
these platters.
Yes.
And then did you quit that job formally or did you just not show up?
I quit formally. I couldn't not show up. Yeah.
Have you never done that?
No, I've never quit. I know. I was listening to that. I was like, I want to quit something. So bye. I'm leaving this. No.
I had a job at a coffee shop for one day in Philadelphia, and I applied for the job, got the job, had to be there at I think 5:30 a.m. to prep it before they opened at 6, and it was me and the person that owned the little shop, just the two of us there, and I was useless at this thing. Like there was like a lot of stuff to do for two people for this very busy coffee shop that like as soon as there was a line out the door, as soon as it opened, And I was terrible at the register because it was not a computerized register, which would automatically tell you what the change was and all that stuff. Like I had to do math in my head, and it was like that thing where I would be paralyzed if someone gave me like $1.26, so they would get like a dime back as opposed to a bunch of other pennies back. I'm like, well, okay, hold on. It was hard. It was mortifying, and I was just slammed. And so when I got home, I went back to bed at noon, whatever it was. And my girlfriend at the time was like, hey, if you don't like it, you don't have to go back. And I was like, no, I got to do it. I need to have a job. I got to go back. She said, you don't if it's that bad, don't go back. And so then the next day when the alarm went off at, 4:30 or whatever, I said, I can't go back there. And she said, are you sure you don't want to give it one more day? So total reversal. I was like, I am sure I do not want to give it one more day. Went back to sleep. That woman whose shop it was never called me. So I realized, this was a mutual decision.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure she did not expect me to show back up, and she was happy that I did not show back up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because she didn't have to fire you, which is probably a relief.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
And you also have made me feel so much better about having to do change math in my head. Because, wow.
Horrible. Always horrible.
Oh.
Always horrible.
Oh, it just makes me freeze.
Oh,
You
yeah.
just stand there and go,
I would panic and you feel so stupid.
And you turn
so
red,
stupid. Yeah.
Start sweating.
The
just a
anger,
little bit.
you start spitting.
Oh,
On your fists.
No.
You're
Come on,
spitting.
you know what I mean.
Oh, you're spitting on your fists.
Yeah, you spit on your fist.
would you want to spit on someone else's fists?
No, because you're getting ready.
You're
fight the money.
ready to bring down holy fire. Well, we got to take a break. When we return, we will reveal our location for our improv provided to us by Ron Funches, and then we're going to do that improv. All this and nothing else when Spontaneation returns.
Are you hiring? Do you know where to post your job to find the best candidates? Posting your job in one place isn't enough to find quality candidates. If you want to find the perfect hire, why wouldn't you, right? You need to post your job on all the top job sites, and now you can. ZipRecruiter already has 9 million resumes that you can search through in their database. Database, not database. That's how I say it. You can add multiple people to your account to make it the most efficient for your team to find the best hire. With ZipRecruiter.com, you can post your job to 100 plus job sites, including social media networks like Facebook and Twitter, all with a single click. ZipRecruiter is a search engine for finding and posting jobs. Find candidates in any city or industry nationwide. Just post once and watch your qualified candidates roll in to ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use interface. No juggling emails or calls to your office. Quickly screen candidates, rate them, and hire the right person fast. If you have any issues, ZipRecruiter's friendly and human support staff is ready to help. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by over 1 million businesses. As featured in Forbes, Wall Street Journal, Time Magazine, The New York Times, TechCrunch, and CBS. ZipRecruiter's website shows trending career fields, cities, and searches. And right now, Spontaneanation listeners can post jobs on ZipRecruiter for free by going to ziprecruiter.com/PFT. That's ZipRecruiter.com/PFT. One more time. To try it for free, go to ziprecruiter.com/PFT. Jobs.
Welcome back to Spontaneanation. I love you. Guys, it is time to reveal our location provided to us by Ron Funches. Before I do that, just so you know, we use 3 sound effects to aid us in our storytelling. These sound effects move us about in time. Let's say we're in a scene, we want to go somewhere else at the exact same time. 2 people are in a room. We want to go outside the room at the same time. We'll use this meanwhile button. Whoosh, we're over there. Same time plane. We're just in a different place. Let's say someone is having a memory. We're learning how something came to be. We'll use this flashback sound effect. We are now in the past. But you can't live in the past forever. You gotta return to the present day or to the mysterious future. And so we use this flash forward sound effect. Spooker! Now that you know that, remember it and hold it close into your ear's heart. Here we go. Here's our location provided to us by Ron Funches, and that location is Salem, Oregon Comics Shop. Salem, Oregon Comic Shop. We take you now to Salem, Oregon Comic Shop. Well, Diogenes, everyone. Diogenes, what a pleasure it is to be here at your local comic shop to help you sell your comics.
Oh, what?
Diogenes, my signature catchphrase. Me, the famous comic book mogul. You all know my name.
Yeah, your name. Yeah, we know your name. Your name is Rex Renner.
Rex Renner. That's
Yeah,
right.
the
Diogenes.
I love all your comic books.
It's my first day. I don't know the regulars. I know these words.
Well, do you ever read comic books, young lady?
I just needed a job, and I just like looking at the big crotch bulges, actually, but that's pretty much it. Not really.
Well, you're in luck. There's plenty of those to be seen.
Yeah, Rex Renner is
Rex Renner.
really well known for his crotch bulge artwork I think that's where you say you started with the crotch bulge and then the stories grew from there.
That's right. Every story in one of my comic books begins with a crotch bulge, and then I write it around that.
Oh, you're here for the signing? So is that the thing that we're doing today?
Yeah. Of course. Oh my God, the banner. Look at the banner.
I can't look at everything. It's my first day.
It says Rex Renner here today.
That's right.
Such an honor, Mr. Renner.
The honor is mine. Oh, look who's here.
Hi. I was wondering if I could get you to sign this copy of Bulge Man number 4.
Absolutely. Here we go.
I am a huge fan, Mr. Renner, of Bulgeman.
Thank you, Bulge Man.
Just so you know, for extra $15, you can take a picture with Mr. Renner.
Oh, it's true. Would you like a photograph with me, Diogenes?
I would very much. This is all the...
Now, we have to make change non-computerized, so it might take a second.
I'm not doing it.
Okay, you gave me $21.87.
I gave you $21.87.
And it's $15.
Can I ask a question?
I don't know. It's
If it was $15, why did you give more than $15 when you had more?
I wanted to get change back. Very specific change.
So what are the bills that you've handed over?
Okay, now you're going to make me just freeze up. It'll take a minute. Let's see.
$50 even.
Yeah.
You gave $21.87.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what I want back is a 5.
Right?
You
I think that's doable.
And then I want $1.87
Right.
exactly in change.
That should not be a problem if my math is correct.
Wait, hold on, though. Give me just a second.
Wait, we don't give change for the meters. That's a policy thing, I know. So if that's what you're trying to do, no change for the meters.
Do you mean people that are meeting Mr. Renner or meeting... Oh, I'm really confused.
That's a good question.
I'm doing word change now.
You're doing word change.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not supposed to know everything. This is so stressful.
Man, this line's so long to get in to see Rex Renner.
They should have some kind of refreshments for the
They should
meters.
have- the meters are the heart and soul of the Salem, Oregon comic book shop.
There would be no Salem, Oregon comic book shop if it weren't for us meters.
Oh man, it's like you gotta tell you something, Chet. I'm super nervous about meeting Rex Renner. I just don't know if he's gonna like my comic book.
Chat, I'm nervous about it too. I don't know if he's going to like how much I like your comic book.
Excuse me, meters. Is this the end of the line for the meters?
Yeah.
You guys are dressed great.
Oh,
Okay,
You guys are the characters, right?
Yeah.
From Bulge, from first edition of.
Your first edition Bulge.
Mr.
Oh,
Bulge,
hey,
yeah.
totally get it.
Oh, okay.
And I'm from Blake 7.
Oh my God, classic Bulge stuff. Renner Bulgers.
Oh man, so are you new to Salem or something?
Yeah, I drove from Pennsylvania here for this.
The Keystone State?
Super, that's right. In fact, my keychain has a stone on it. That's how Pennsylvanian I am.
Wow.
So
Great
great.
Pennsylvanian.
So, I guess what I'm saying is I'm so frustrated. If I just spit on my fists like Bulge Man
Now
and
hold on a
raise
second.
him to the sky.
When Bulge Man spits on his fist, it's because he's getting ready to rain holy hell down on his enemies.
Okay, you're right. I can use a little more self-control, like introvert guy.
Yes, the character of introvert guy.
Oh, I love introvert guy, Mr. Renner. I mean, I love the story of how you came up with that character.
Oh, no one wants to hear that story.
Rex, come on, sweetheart. We have this dinner party, and you promised me we'd go.
Well, it's hard to talk to people because of my dentures.
Well, people aren't judging you by your teeth. It's your character, sweetheart.
Are you sure? A lot of people call me Denture Face or Denture Man or, hey, look, Dentures is here.
Hey, Mr. I think you're telling us the story of how you came up with Denture Man.
Oh, no, the stories coincide.
I'm just going to go to the dinner party by myself if you're just going to sit here.
Well, listen, how about I'll go to the dinner party with you. I won't talk to anyone, and I'll be very off-putting.
Rex, that's that introverted behavior I won't tolerate if you want to continue to be married.
I'll tell you what. I'll go to the party, be very charming, and speak to everyone, but I'm going to write a comic book about how I wish I could be.
always a deal with you. All right.
That's right. Now I remember.
We're still married.
Oh, that's so great. So here I have your change.
Oh,
it's in bus tokens and pogs. If that's
everything I didn't want. Everything I didn't want.
That's how it worked out in my head.
Because I drove here. Well, actually, my mom dropped me off. She's parked outside.
How old is your mom?
She's parked right outside?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, let me
Don't put a ticket on this car. My son's inside. Officer.
Look at this, Chad.
Officer.
She
Please.
dropped off one of the meters, I guess.
My hazards are on. Oh,
Sorry, I know that I'm gonna have to give you a ticket because they don't give change inside the comic book shop. That's their policy. So your son's definitely not gonna get change for the meter. So,
but my hazard indicating lights are on, and this is a special day for my son, officer.
I know, but this is Salem, and we got to keep the cars moving.
Now, your coworker put on a police uniform and went out there.
I mean, I'm not. He's been working forever, so he has 6 jobs. So he does everything.
Young lady, what made you work at this comic book store in the first place?
I just live close, and I wanted spending money, so I'm like, I guess I'll work here, but whatever.
Is this your first job?
I guess so. I mean, babysitting my own sister. Amy, it's time for bed.
I'm not going to bed because I'm a lady. You can't tell me what to do. I am filled with sugar and mist and everything piss.
I'm in charge. I'm a babysitter. You do as I say or else you're in trouble.
You are 19 years old, which makes you only a year and a half older than I am. This is insane.
Well, you're 17 and a half, and you shouldn't be wearing kids' pajamas anymore. I got fired.
From being the babysitter of your almost adult sister?
I don't want to, be too technical about it.
Let's not split hairs.
Hey, Mr. Renners. Hi, I'm here.
Oh, one of the meters.
Yeah, I wanted to get your.
What's your name, young man?
Oh, it's Randall.
Randall.
You probably hear this all the time. You're great.
Thank you.
You're so great.
I never hurts to hear it. I love hearing it.
I love Denture Man.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know, you think you ever start writing Denture Man again or anything?
Well, it's a hard thing. When I wrote the death of Denture Man, the fans were outraged.
Yeah, it's true.
And then when I said that Denture Man had been a secret Nazi the whole time, people were very upset.
Yeah.
He died of natural causes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just drew and wrote Denture Man at the end of his life, succumbing to heart disease.
Rex, the Jewish Coalition is outside of our home.
The JC?
They're protesting.
Why?
Some Nazi thing? Something you wrote?
Oh, right. Yeah, I made Denture Man a Nazi just to boost sales. Because who doesn't love Nazis?
The Jewish Coalition.
Oh,
for what?
You had a real answer for
the
me.
Polish Coalition?
I mean, I didn't mean
Oh, another rhetorical question?
it was kind of, I guess, people find it exciting.
Will we stay married?
I hope we will. Yeah, so Denture Man's had his ups and downs, but mostly downs in the ground because he's dead.
I just wish he'd come back. This little Nazi thing. I was like,
Well,
great.
Let me tell you, you never know what's going to happen in the world of comics. Diogenes!
Is this the end of the line?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Chet,
Are you meter?
Chet, do you know this guy?
Chad, I don't know this guy at all. He's terrifying.
It's a line.
What's your
I'm
name?
simply looking for the end of it.
What-
I'm Rat Snake Man.
Oh, you're dressed up as Red Snake Man?
Well, I mean, yeah, with the trench coat.
I get it because you are Rat Snake Man, so whatever you wear, you're dressed as Rat
Right.
Snake Man.
And also I command rats and snakes.
Oh, wow. That's
I should warn you that I have some broccoli salad in my Tupperware. Is that going to cause any problems?
Is it canned?
I mean, maybe.
Might be something you want to watch closely.
Rat Snack Man?
Yeah.
Are you here to meet Rex Renner?
Oh, this is the line for Rex Brenner?
What did you think it was the line for?
I thought, I just lost my job. I was.
Oh, you thought this was for a job? I mean, they might be hiring.
You thought this was the Great Depression,
I
and
thought
then
it
you
was
were
a soup kitchen.
Oh, hey, I'm the meter maid, and I work in the comic book store. I heard you're looking for a job, and I have more jobs than I can honestly work. So,
Oh, you want to sub one of those out to me?
yeah, I'd love to let you while I'm out here, writing tickets. If you go inside and run the comic book shop for me and help out with that, would be great.
Oh, look who's coming in now. This gentleman in his elaborate outfit. What's your name, sir?
My name's Rat Snake Man,
Oh, okay.
but please call me Ted.
All right, Ted.
Okay, well, there's a line. Oh, I guess you're at the head of the line now.
I was told that I could come in and work in the comic book shop.
I kind of wasn't finished talking to Mr. Renner, and you just cut in front of me. It's like, I didn't want to make a big
This
deal
young
about
man
it.
was speaking to me, but if you work here, I guess that's fine.
I guess.
You'll do what you need to do around the store.
I don't know what the policy is.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I just want a place I can hang my giant rat fur coat and snake
Is it made from real rat fur?
Yes, but they were farm raised, free range rats.
That's good to hear.
So, and they died of natural causes.
Well, I guess, I just started this my first day, and I shouldn't be training anybody, but all of our, coats and stuff are back here in the back room, and
I'm just gonna set it on this chair.
I'm like, okay.
I don't think that guy's gonna work here long. I mean, he's really quiet, and I just don't see how you can keep a quiet guy in a job for too long.
How do I make these comic books?
What's that? What's your question?
How do I make these comic books? Do I cut them together? Do I staple them, glue?
Oh, it's not a comic book factory.
We sell them.
We just sell them
It's like
already made.
It's like a mini warehouse.
That's it. I don't have to actually hammer anything.
No.
together.
No, it's
not
the
a
difference.
comic-
It's the difference between a warehouse and a factory. A factory, you make items, and in a warehouse, you store items, and in a comic book, you sell said items.
Go on, I'm listening.
I think I was done.
That sounded pretty succinct to me. It's a store.
So, where are the hammers then?
Ew,
There's
your
no-
skin! Your skin's coming off!
Ew.
That's
Oh,
Some more.
What's happening there?
I didn't loofah, and now I'm turning into a rat snake.
So I'm sorry to say, Ted, that your condition is very severe. You will need to loofah every hour on the hour, or you will have you'll have a reoccurrence of this. Well, I don't know what else to call it. Rat snake skin.
Doc, tell me straight.
Okay, what?
What does this mean?
I mean, your skin's all fucked up, and you got to loofah your skin every single hour.
Paying full attention. Go on.
Okay, there's not much else to it. You got to do this, or your skin will revert to this sort of rat snake skin texture.
Loofah.
Can you tell me how much longer the doctor's going to be? I mean, my appointment should have started 15 minutes ago.
Ma'am, as our recording says, when you're on hold...
Ma'am? Really? I'm a ma'am.
Listen, Ted, I got people waiting outside. I can't explain this to you any further.
I just need you to take me through the obstacle course one more time.
Okay.
Sir?
Sure, whatever. I mean, at this point, you're off the rails, but go on.
Look, I cannot tell with your specific hairstyle and hat. I shouldn't have made a judgment call.
Okay.
My bad.
Okay.
If you listen to our recording, we ask you to come a half an hour early for your appointment because our doctor is going to give you the same thorough attention he's giving
But this,
weirdo
can I be
in there
honest,
right now. Mhm.
Can I be honest with you right now? What's your name? Beverly? Beverly? This is crazy right now. What's going on?
longer? I'm bleeding.
You see that guy right there?
Yeah.
When he came in, he wasn't bleeding.
Ted, I've drawn it out as best I can. I'm not an artist, but this is what's happening.
The prescription for the loofah, are you going to give that to me now, or should we run this through 3 more times?
It's not you just buy it in the store.
Beverly, you're so funny.
Oh, okay. And here's another one. What do you got when you cross?
I'm already laughing.
Okay.
I'm already laughing. This is not just so
assume
funny.
the punchline. Just assume the whole joke. Oh my gosh.
You're the best.
Oh, you guys.
Who's in?
Ted,
Yeah.
just do the loofah thing every hour on the hour,
I understand.
or you will revert to rat snake skin.
Right there, you lost me.
Well, that was a convoluted story, Ted.
Well, I've had a convoluted life.
Can we get you a loofah?
That'd be great. I'll just use one of these comics. The one in the plastic, fine?
I don't know, sure.
Oh, that's valuable.
Yeah, you probably want to not have him do that before he buys it, because it's went down in value by about $100.
Yeah, that's
You should totally work here.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, you guys are hiring me, man. I love it, man. I'd pay you.
Like, I don't even want to be working here.
Hey, pal. I'm the one that needs the job desperately.
I totally get it. Like,
Just
I
going
wouldn't.
to start scraping with this Bulge Man #1.
Yeah, that's the debut of Bulge Man.
You really
Very
shouldn't
valuable.
let him do that.
He's doing it, it
Hey,
seems.
don't do it. I don't know. Stop it. We're going to fire
Seems
you.
too late.
I'm your
Seems too late.
superior.
Oh, I shouldn't.
Yeah, well, I think people were politely cautioning you not to do it, but you did it.
Hey, Rat Snake Man, have you ever had any other jobs? You ever had any jobs before this? Like,
Yeah, I was I worked in a steel mill.
Pass, boring.
I was, you're telling me, I was a taxi cab driver for about 3 hours.
A little more interesting.
hi, thank you. Oh my God, I've been out here forever waiting on a taxi. Yeah, I'm going to go to, I'm going to 33rd and 7th, if you don't mind.
Okay.
It's great.
All right, where can I take you?
33rd and 7th. Yeah,
I see.
That's right there.
Right, whenever you're ready.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready now. You can just start driving. Thank you. I'm just
All
going to.
ears.
You were with that guy for like 3 whole hours and then you quit?
Yeah,
You just worked as a taxi cab driver for the 3 hours.
Yeah.
With the one customer?
Most of the 3 hours was you asking over and over again for him to tell you where he was
even
going.
when we were...
Sir, it's been 3 hours, so I'm just going to go. I am going to pay for the 3 hours that I have been in the taxi.
I appreciate that.
Because I'm an honest person, but I really think you should reconsider this
And to
job.
be fair, the engine has been
Now, can
idling
you make
the
change?
entire time you've been in the car. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
What? I mean, why don't they let us in? They're just talking to this one guy who moved his way to the head of the line. It's like forever.
I don't know, Chet. I mean, I feel like the line hasn't moved since that guy went in.
It really hasn't. We're just standing here.
It's going to rain.
Guys, my bulge is getting super sweaty.
It's glistening. It's
It
like
is, like,
a
it's-
cave wall.
It's not meant to be worn all day.
Oh, God. If we never get in there, we're just going to have to go home.
You
All
know-
this effort for nothing.
I can't go home. I can't.
You know, I never got your name.
Lizette.
Oh,
Lizette,
that makes
wow.
sense.
And you're Chet and you're
I'm Chet and he's Chat.
Chat?
Yeah.
Chad?
We're no
Chat.
Chat.
Chat and chat.
Yeah.
Chat and
Chit
chat.
chat.
Chat and Chat.
No,
Chit chat?
We
No,
sat behind each other in homeroom.
yeah.
So that's your last name?
What? Homeroom?
Oh, we
Yeah,
thought
it's
my
my
last
last name is
name-
homeroom, not
My last
Chat's.
name is Homeroon.
That's why we sat behind each other and we both sat behind each other. Neither one of us sat in front
Oh,
of
back
each
We
to
other.
took
back.
turns. Yeah, we took turns.
Oh. A magnet school?
We sat back to back. I went to school that
Yeah,
was run by magnets.
Yep.
Okay, so everybody just find someone with a similar last name. Sit back to
Similar.
back.
Good luck. My name's Chat Homeroom.
Wait, what?
What's up? What's your deal?
My name's Chet Homeroon.
Oh,
so
hey,
you're
let's sit back to back.
Okay. So listen, Lizette, like, you're into comic books?
Yes. I'm into so many that they are all blurring together.
Oh.
I just want good to reign over evil. And I want everyone to have really strong muscles, big genitals, long, thick hair.
What's your favorite Rex Renner?
Probably Chin Scratch Man.
That's what I created, Chin Scratch Man. The most thoughtful superhero of all.
Give us a taste.
How'd that guy get in front of me?
I sprinted past all the people that were worried about rain.
I'm just.
Did you see that guy?
Hey, wait!
Yeah, how'd he
You're not
get
allowed to run.
So long.
I'm just gonna assume my turn is over. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, I've been here for quite some time.
Thanks, guys.
It was a pleasure to meet
So
you, young
such
man.
a pleasure.
Do you want to buy any candy?
Huh?
Do you want to buy candy before you leave?
It's a comic book store. You guys sell candy too? I just always focus on. Yeah,
We
totally.
do sell some discount off-brand candy.
Do you work
the
here
front.
too, Mr. Renner?
I am aware of all the wares that are sold at every comic book store that carries my comics.
I definitely will buy some candy.
We have like stale Charleston shoes and bats.
Do you have any high-end chocolates like Hershey's?
We have
or Reese's?
Scores.
Nah, that's not high-end.
I have some Ben-O honey in my pocket.
Is that knockoff Beto?
Are you selling the candy that's in your pocket?
Why not?
What's your name?
Harry?
That's so weird. You have so little hair.
I know. I call myself Irony Man. That's why I'm here.
Oh.
I wanted to become your next new muse.
So you're suggesting I write a comic about a man called Irony Man.
Yeah.
And his one thing is that he's not very hairy, but his name is Harry?
You read my mind.
It's a done deal.
You guys, where did that rat snake guy go?
Okay, so it's a sandwich. It should have lettuce and meat on it.
Okay, I don't have a lot of time to explain this to you further because there's customers that are waiting.
Go on.
It's a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
And the ingredients are in the name.
Yeah. So meat and lettuce, please.
No, it's just grilled cheese. This is Silver Lake. We're a grilled cheese restaurant. We only serve grilled cheese sandwiches.
I see. So
Hey man, if you want some meat, I got some meat in the car. I can hook you up with some meat.
I'm compelled to go with you.
I don't know, but good riddance. Anyway,
He
Harry,
sounds terrifying.
he was scary. No one was a fan of him. He was very terrifying. He even left his weird coat behind.
That's the most beautiful coat I've ever seen.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah, it's
Consider it yours, Harry.
Oh,
Well, now you're Harry after all.
Oh, it's
Hey there, I'm the photographer. You want me to get a picture of you guys together?
Please.
It's $15, but exact change from now on. All right.
Oh, how about $15 worth of Ben-O honey?
Sure. Yes. All right. Can you get closer? Is it possible you two can get closer?
Yes, here we go.
Even closer.
Put your arm around me.
Yeah,
even closer.
excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to be photographing in here,
yeah.
we need you to get the picture done. Soon we're about to close.
Wait, but it's a line. You have a long line of people.
Hey, they just put a close sign on the
But
door.
we're still in line.
We've been here for a whole day.
We've been here all day. Like, it's not.
You guys, we should get out of here and start our own something. We should really help people. We can really do something, you guys.
Hey, Lisette,
We could be.
I think you're right.
We could be the superheroes. Instead of reading about them, we could be them.
Yeah. Fuck that comic book store.
Yeah.
And fuck comic books.
Yeah, let's torch this place and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, burn it to the ground.
Burn it to the ground. And then
Burn it to the ground. Burn it to the ground.
Hey, you guys, I'm a meter maid. I legally I can't stop you from burning it to the ground.
Fuck the police.
I'm not a
Let's
policeman.
get him.
I've got gasoline in my tank.
And it all happened at a place called Comic Book Shop in Salem, Oregon. Jordan Black, where can people find you online should they wish to find you?
I'm at Fake Jordan Black, and I'm also Fake Jordan Black on Instagram. Let's start there.
Shows coming up. What do you got?
Our next show after this airs will be at San Francisco Sketch Fest on January 21st.
Fantastic. This will be the black version?
It will be the black version. Yes, sorry, the black version, which you can go to blackversion.com to learn about our hilarious improv show, The Black Version.
And I think sfsketchfest.com will have all of the
dates
schedule and all that
schedule,
stuff. Please go see that show. It is fantastic. And that's going to be a lot of fun in San Francisco. Jeremy Carter.
Hi, you can find me at Shunt McGuppin on Twitter. You can find me at Jeremy A. Carter on Instagram. You can find me at just Jeremy Carter.
There you go.
And Super Ego and Hoot Gibson now on Howl. Hoot
That's
Gibson, Vegas Cowboy.
Hoot Gibson is a Howl podcast starring Andy Daly as a Las Vegas cowboy. And I think all of Super Ego make appearances at some point or another.
I believe that is correct.
And do check that out. It is a lot of fun. And Super Ego will be at San Francisco Sketch Fest.
Yes.
Yes, right?
I think so.
I think so. Yes.
We confirm? I think we
can confirm that, yes.
And if not, we'll apologize later.
That's right. Better to ask for forgiveness than permissions.
Yep, there you go.
Tell me that again.
Jean Villepique.
Villepique on Twitter and Instagram, and I have a collection of writings on WordPress.com under the title Griefing, Making Lemonade. No, it's not. The title isn't Lemonade. It's just called Griefing.
As our old friend Angel Salazar would say, check it out. Eban Schletter is at ebanschletter.com. He is Eban Schletter on all the socials. Seek out Eban Schletter's non-spontaneanation work and enjoy it because it is terrific. And why is it terrific? It is terrific because Eban Schletter is only the best. As for me, I want to say Spontaneanation will also be at SF Sketch Fest. Hard to say. 2 minutes later, go check out all my live dates at paulftompkins.com/live and see me in person because I would like to see you see me. We will not meet. I will look at you from the stage and we will consider that our sacred compact. Thank you to Earwolf for hosting the show. Thank you to Engineer Ryan for engineering us all the way to the end of the show, which this is. Goodbye forever. Until next week, this is Paul F. Tompkins saying, Semper in Praesenti!
Today's show is sponsored by Howl.fm. Listen to a brand new Howl original comedy series, A Night Called Tomorrow, with James Urbaniak from the Venture Brothers and Hulu's Difficult People. In this 10-episode comedic noir, James Urbaniak and Azure Parsons stars two Angelinos who stumble upon an intergalactic conspiracy in 1958 Hollywood. The show features an all-star cast, including Andy Richter, Weird Al Yankovic, Lauren Lapkus, Baron Vaughn, and more. To listen to A Night Called Tomorrow and over 150 hours of exclusive Howl miniseries, go to howl.fm/spont and start your free trial. After your full month of free trial, it's only $4.99 per month to get all this exclusive content on iPhone, Android, and on the web. Just go to howl.fm/SPONT to get started.
Hello, I'm John Lennon, and I'm simply having a wonderful Christmas time with all my new Earwolf merch. Just look at what Earwolf added to their store this year. Make your friends jealous, guys, with the brand new Earwolf activity book. Go on a magical mystery tour in your Hello from the Magic Tavern t-shirt. Shake it up, baby, with the longest, shortest time baby onesie. And there's gear from Comedy Bang Bang, How Did This Get Made, and so much more. Imagine all the deals. Go to store.earwolf.com today and use the promo code HOHO to get 15% off your purchase if you order by December 10th. Pick up a great gift for the podcast fan in your life this holiday season. Drums.
This has been an Earwolf production. Executive producers Scott Ackerman, Chris Bannon, and Paul F. Tompkins. For more media and content, go to earwolf.com.